Today we're going to create this great aerial mosaic, and we're going to use some really easy to find materials. We're going to start off with a piece of foam core, some colored papers, some sand. If you have some new unused coffee grounds, pipe stems and yarn, and then also some things like pencil and scissors, some paints, and of course we're going to need some glue and even a few colored pencils. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is think about that perspective. When you're looking from way up high, what does the world really look like? Well, we seem to think that it looks like geometric shapes. So we created this kind of scape here that has a little bit of farm and a little bit of sea. And so what we're going to do is print this out from the website or create your own and just match it to the size of the foam core that you have. Now we're going to transfer this pattern onto our foam core. And the easiest way to do it is to line it up on top and just press with the back side of a paintbrush. That'll actually make a little indent into your foam core board that you can see. And then when you lift it up, you can see those lines and go back over it again with a pencil so that you can see all of your patterns like this. And you're going to repeat until you've got the whole thing covered. Now we're going to take this piece and cut out the individual bits. And we're going to cut out the wavy lines that make rivers and oceans. We'll cut straight lines where farmers plow their fields. And then we'll cut some more wavy lines where people make roads. And when you're done, you'll have all of your individual pieces ready to go. Now what we're ready to do is fill it in with color. So we'll take this piece of, first what I want to do is make this ocean or this lake blue. And so I'm going to use some craft sand for that, which is a really kind of fun way of doing it. I'm going to snip off the end so that my sand is open, and then I'm going to take a little bit of white glue and I'm going to apply it right onto my foam core. And because I can see my lines, I can take a little craft swab and go all the way around and kind of match up that curved line like this. And I'm going to spread it all out nice and thin, knowing that the sand will adhere every place I've got glue. I'm going to go around that center island. You could just put all water if you wanted to. So we're going to go ahead and sprinkle that on, and voila, I have a lake. So make sure you set this aside to dry. And if you want, go ahead and add some more glue and coffee grounds to make a freshly plowed field. Now we're going to add in all of our other colors and textures. We're going to use our pieces to cut out wavy paper to make different kinds of fields. And then, again, we're going to kind of put it back together like a puzzle, putting things down using some glue stick to make sure that it stays down. Feel free to use up all of your paper scraps for this. And you could even take old paper bags and wrinkle them up and put them down, or pieces of sandpaper. It's kind of fun. You put it like a little jigsaw puzzle back together. So when you have all of your pieces cut out and glued down, it looks like this. Now, of course, from the air, you also see things like texture. So we're going to use some of these chenille stems, and we're going to create hedgerows. Now, if you're not familiar with that term, a hedgerow is a stand of trees that separates different parts of a field. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of white glue on here. And now we've got a stand of tree. There we go. And you can use white glue, clear glue. I like the clear because that way if it goes over, you don't even notice it. And you can use a little bit of ribbon to create sandy beaches, because from the air, we can use ribbon and yarn to create that differentiation between the water and the shoreline. So you'll hold it in place and kind of smudge it into place like this, or you can use clothespins to hold it in place while it dries. But you're going to complete this process and keep going all the way around until all the areas are separated. And then it's time to kind of add those fun details. You can take a pencil and add little X's to create trees or branches from above. We can even use a paintbrush and the end of it to make little dots, because that looks like trees from up above. Remember how teeny tiny little shrubs are, and even little rose bushes. And if you want, you can use more pencils to create things like roads, houses, and cul-de-sacs. Use your imagination.